all the young cats out there, and even the older ones, older than me. It's a lot more life to live out here, man. Your life, and not only just your life, your legs, something that you need to move around and move forward in life, can be taken from you like this, man. And I promise you, the type of that you'll go through, staples, I got staples in my back, staples in my damn stomach. You do not want to have to deal with this, man. 24 hours, every 24 hours, it's pain, it's nothing but pain. It hurts to breathe, it hurts to sleep, it hurts to move from side to side, it hurts to eat. Please, I'm telling you, change your lives out there. We can stick together, make some money, make everything easier for our people out here, man, because there's so much time that has been wasted.
News from Kenosha, Wisconsin. Officials there are declaring a state of emergency following a night of unrest.
And it's all after a police officer shot an unarmed man as he got into an SUV with 3 young children. That shooting has been captured on video. WGN's Mike Lowe is live in Kenosha with the latest. Mike.
Micah and Sean, good evening to both of you. After a night of unrest that saw property being vandalized and some municipal vehicles being set on fire, we've had another very tense day here in Kenosha after an unarmed man was shot. Of course, that video of him being shot was shared widely on the internet and on social media. The video lasts about 20 seconds. It starts as 29-year-old Jacob Blake walks around the front of a parked silver SUV. Police officers are following him with their guns drawn, and once Blake opens the door, officers fire at least 7 shots toward Blake's back. Officers say they were responding to a domestic violence call, but activists describe Blake as a good Samaritan who had broken up a fight between 2 people. The corner of 40th Street and 28th Avenue in Kenosha is the center of an ongoing national discussion about race and policing.
I've lived here 15 years of my life, probably.
But for Aaron Campuzano, it's the corner where he lives.
If it was probably somebody that was white, they probably would have just dragged him from his hand and took him out of his car and threw him on the ground.
The shooting of Jacob Blake inflamed Kenosha and set off a night of unrest. At the scene of the shooting, activists staged a news conference to denounce police brutality.
Asking for the arrest and prosecution of the 2 officers who shot an unarmed man with 2 children in the car.
We, as in black people, are tired of the police always attacking us.
Before Jacob was gunned down, he was breaking up an altercation that he had nothing to do with. But in the eyes of a racist killer cop, that is not what they saw. Jacob's black skin was weaponized.
A small group then marched toward the Kenosha County Courthouse, where they held a demonstration. The Wisconsin Department of Justice will investigate whether the use of force was justified. After the shooting, the Wisconsin governor issued a statement in which he said he stood against the excessive use of force and immediate escalation when engaging with black Wisconsinites. But the Kenosha Police Union responded with a written statement of their own, saying, quote, "Until that investigation is completed, we ask that you withhold prejudgment about the incident, and please let the process take place. Governor Evers' statement on the incident was wholly irresponsible and not reflective of the hardworking members of the law enforcement community." And back at the scene of the shooting, bystanders are asking for more humanity and less hate.
Being a human being, no matter what color you are, blue, green, or orange, if the police do that to anybody, they need to face justice.
And that has been what demonstrators have been demanding all day. For the better part of 24 hours, they have been demanding justice. And a number of them wanted to hear from the mayor of Kenosha this afternoon. The mayor had been scheduled to give an afternoon news conference outside across the street from County Courthouse today alongside the NAACP. But that news conference was abruptly moved inside, which led to some more tense moments. As you can see, there was a chaotic scene as the protesters attempted to get inside and speak with the mayor, attempting to force their way into the building, even trying to pull the door down. Police in riot gear stepped in, guarding the entrance, and at one point spraying the crowd with some kind of irritating substance. The mayor did eventually speak, vowing to fully investigate the shooting. Now, also today, Lakeisha Bookers, Jacob Blake's fiance, says she was with her 3 young kids, ages 8, 5, and 3, and with Blake. She says she did not call the police and that Blake was unarmed.
They didn't even know the kids was in the car. And I'm telling the woman cop, I'm like, can you please get back before I shoot you, get back. Like, these officers is head on, like, shoot me, my kids is in the car. We're just shooting them with the kids in the back screaming. That don't make no sense that you treat somebody like that. Who unarmed, not giving you no problem, he ain't throwing no punch or nothing.
And tonight, Blake remains in serious condition at Froedtert Hospital in Milwaukee. And tonight, the Wisconsin Department of Investigation says they will conduct a swift investigation of this case.
Hey, you guys. This is the update on the Jacob Blake story. And he has spoken. Actually, he's spoken like, I want to say like a week ago. You guys, I could never get tired of doing any kind of stories like this. You want to know why? Because I feel like people should know what's going on. You know, like shooting someone 7 times in the back cannot be excused. Like, it cannot be excused. Like, we have to do better as people. We cannot keep excusing people to do criminal acts. Had that been, like, even with dogs, animals, you guys, like, police officers don't just kill because they feel threatened by animals. They just don't kill them. They got all kind of tasers, all kind of things to shoot at people. Like, do I feel like the police officer could have felt like he was in danger? Maybe when he opened the door. But let me say that, with that being said, did you really have to shoot him 7 times in the back? I mean, I feel like it's, and then furthermore, the incident, when it took place, it wasn't even really about him. And I feel like why were they even worried about him? Because it was 2 other people that was fussing and fighting, and he came to stop the fight. So what was, like, why were y'all even worried about the guy that's stopping the fight? You, like, and that's the thing with police officers. And see, I'm going to tell you, instead of going to the people that actually committed the crime and the people you should really be talking to, oh no, we ain't stun these women because these women's the one over here acting a damn fool. We ain't gonna put them in handcuffs. We ain't finna question them. We want to know why the black man in between them is stopping the fight. Oh, and then he want to walk away. So guess what we gonna do? We gonna shoot him 7 times in the damn back. No. He ain't even have anything to do with the incident. He broke the incident up. I don't care what you guys have to say. It was no excuse to shoot this man 7 times in the back. There are so many other ways you could have handled this. You know, let alone you could have did your job, first of all. Because when you got the police call, it was a fight that happened that was going on between 2 women. So therefore, you had no reason to even be talking to that damn man that was stopping the fight up and doing your fucking job. Period. Honey. But anyway, I'm glad he's feeling a little better. It's too bad, you know, the police officer don't shot him 7 times. Now you got a paralyzed man. I hope y'all finna get him some money, a settlement. Since white America feels like that's the only thing that they do now is give black people a payoff so they can go do some crack cocaine. That's the first thing y'all say, and you not gonna say that's not what you say, because on that other case, that's the first thing the police officer said when that woman got that settlement. That's the first thing he said. He was like, he tweeted that the woman got a payoff because I think she got $800,000, and he said, I hope she finna get out the projects, you know, and she's probably gonna spend all the money within 6 months on crack. Really? Who the fuck are you to be talking about what somebody gonna do with their fucking money? It's her money. Period. You shouldn't have shot her man in front of her and her daughter. I think that's damaging for a person. I don't care who they are. That's damaging. You shot him dead in front of her. What do you expect for her to do? I'm sure. I don't even think crack cocaine gonna get that out of her damn mind. So whatever these people choose to do with this damn money, it's their business, because you shouldn't even put the damage in them in the first place. And this is another thing. These police officers, they're so fucking scared. They see a black person, they're so scared. You in the wrong field. You're in the wrong field. You need to change your profession. Because if you're that scared, because every time you see a black person, you're scared and you feel intimidated and you don't know what to do, you need a new profession. A police officer should not be what you want to be, honey. I'm sick of this. Every time a cop shoots somebody, that's the first thing they say. They felt like they was in danger for their life just because he even looked at you. Just because he even looked at you, because you grasped for his attention. Oh, and when he look at you after you got his attention, you feel the need to shoot him because you felt like you was in fear for your life. You shouldn't be a police officer. You should not be a police officer. But anyway, I'm going to see you guys later.
Times, and that he's now paralyzed from the waist down. The country has now seen that video of the black father shot by an officer, his 3 young sons in the back seat. It was his family revealing the news that he's paralyzed from the waist down during an emotional news conference today. And overnight, protesters faced off against police, the family with the message for those protesters. And tonight, the governor of Wisconsin has now declared a state of emergency. Here's ABC's Alex Perez from the scene again tonight.
Tonight, anger boiling over in Kenosha, Wisconsin over the police shooting of Jacob Blake. Protesters ignoring a curfew last night with outrage in the streets. Storming businesses, swinging baseball bats, setting buildings on fire, and igniting trucks and cars. Police responding with tear gas and pepper spray. The National Guard trying to enforce order, tensions reaching a fever pitch. Blake's mother making an emotional plea for peaceful protest.
Do Jacob justice on this level and examine your hearts. To all of the police officers, I'm praying for you and your families.
Now, new video emerging showing a different angle just moments before Blake was riddled with bullets. He appears to be struggling on the ground with police before getting up and walking to open his car door when one of the officers opens fire, his 3 children inside watching.
All my grandson asked repeatedly is, why did the police shoot my daddy in the back?
Tonight, Blake is in the hospital. His attorney says he's paralyzed from the waist down and it will take a miracle for him to walk again.
They shot my son 7 times. 7 times. Like he didn't matter. But my son matters.
The officers now under investigation, and the Kenosha police do not wear body cameras.
Justice will be served. People will be held responsible for their actions, and we will know the truth.
The shooting causing more frustration. Marchers taking to the streets in cities across the country. NBA star LeBron James expressing the anger of many.
We are scared as black people in America. Black men, black women, black kids. We are terrified.
David, the DOJ confirmed today they are working on this case. Local investigators have 30 days to present their findings to the prosecutor here. Blake's family is calling for the officers involved to be fired immediately and held accountable. David?
All right, Alex Perez in Kenosha, Wisconsin again tonight. Alex, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George